Hello and welcome back to Our Lives Beginning and Always. We are continuing on from where we left off, which was we went from the end of the summer and stage 3 started and it hasn't really stopped. So I'm excited to see the rest of this. I'm not sure if there are DLCs or extra moments in stage 3. I guess we'll find out. We are continuing on our last episode. Yeah, last episode. You opened the new text from Miranda, and all you saw was, "I can see you." Immediately from where you stood, you started swirling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. "I saw you holding closed hands. Scandalous." "Where are you? Haha, come on." "Really, Randy?" Haha, come on. Oh, we get to pick. Cool. The message was sent, and you were back to looking around, scanning for any signs of movement and familiar faces, but they were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. "Miranda, come on out." You sighed at the ridiculousness. You burst into laughter and antics. You sent your own joking text, but Cove began wanting to show how scandalous you could be. We'll go with Miranda, come on out. We'll go direct. Cove jumped a bit at your sudden outburst. He raised an eyebrow and looked at you carefully. What's happening?" Before you could even begin to explain anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to the yelling from across the street. And there you saw Miranda and Terry coming out from behind the back side of the wall of the grocery store. They both started waving wildly to draw even more attention to themselves. Cove took a step in their direction, grinning, put his hand around his mouth. He put his hands around his mouth to better project his message across the street. "Hey!" Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped, only to look both ways, and then rushed across the empty street. "Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too long." "Oh, Miranda, grown up." "Hey, buddies." Oh, she said it. What am I doing? "Hi." Oh, they're all so cute. "Hi." That joke was not funny. I'm amazed that you appear out of nowhere like that. "Hey, I'm so happy to see you too. Thought you both knew better to jaywalk for this." Hey, I'm so happy to see you." Now that they were here, their joke on you was already long forgotten in their mind. Harry and Miranda giggled, smiling widely at your declaration. Harry then closed the distance between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. "Finally here, it's been so long. What took you?" He did his best to eke out a reply as with his chest being compressed.
Sorry.
Eventually she let him go. Harry looked at him with a beaming smile, while Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight to the other hip. She watched him patiently with a bashful smile. "Welcome back." "Thanks." Finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. From here, you weren't sure how often you would have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either.
So?
Cove. Harry poked Cove square in the chest. "You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday."
No way.
"Not really possible, Terry, but I can say as soon as I know. So far, work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with our activity, ORCA activities. When Ocean wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his athletic and academic interests, he volunteered for the Ocean Restoration California affiliation. I think it's ORCA. We gonna call it that now. The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit he started getting involved with them. School's activity, you joined Orca too after learning about it. You were an Orca member and introduced Cove to it. I guess we'll say we'll join after hearing about it. I'd care to do something like that. Sounds good if I live by the beach. Good thing to do. The big Smash event for the year is coming right up, isn't it? Yeah, there's not much more to do before then, but I'm kind of looking forward to the fundraising push. Hopefully we can pull it off. If anyone can do it, it's you two, and even if it goes real bad, it still looks good on a college application at least. That's true. Hey, guess what else? We don't have to stand here to stay stuff. Let's go. I would like a meal now. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Yeah, I'm hungry. Time to head out. The four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. The rest of the afternoon and evening passed by in a blink of an eye. When the night fell, it was time to head home, and you parted ways with Miranda and Terry. Sorry, I'm still fighting a cold at the moment of this recording, so if I'm a little kind of wheezy and nose stuffed, my apologies. I hope it's not too bad. But I still wanted to do this. You and Grove reached your neighborhood without a vent. It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark and silent. You're walking tiredly after such a long day. Your shoulder is skipping your step. You're about well, it's giving you a payback ride home. Walking tiredly after such a long day, your shoulder is skipping your step. You ambled along. Ambled along, I guess. I'm like in between. With every step you knew that your fate was being sealed. Your feet were going to be sore well into tomorrow. It was taking a lot of mental focus to keep up and walking alongside Cove. As you peered at his face out of the corner of your eyes, you wonder why he felt so distant to you. It was out of character. For a while, Cove slightly stared ahead and left you alone with your own thoughts. It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. It feels weird coming back to the neighborhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. It is true the things that kept people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that it wasn't set for them. Thought about your own immediate future. You're still set on that for yourself. You wanted to go to school full-time, go to school part-time, to work full-time, to work part-time, to focus on time that's not school or work. I said after high school, I actually took time off to work. And I'm just enjoying working full-time as well now. So I think I'm going to go towards that one. Go to school full-time, to go to school part-time, to focus on time. Let's go work. That was basics. At the time, it was so that I could go to school, like save up money to go to school full-time. So we'll go with that. To focus on time, that's not school and work. I did do that as well. That's basically it. For your career, you thought you'd find a company to work at, work online, do contract work, start your own business. I always thought this would be a cool idea. I wanted to stick in retail and do management, but I always thought it would be cool to start my own business. But currently, I'm working with a company, so we're gonna go with that. Work online, do contract work, start your own business, and that's all. Yeah, we wanted to start our own business at some point, so there you go. That's all. For your education, you thought you'd attend a community college, attend a public university, go to a private college, join a trade school, take online classes. See, I don't know. I think this is very American, and I'm Canadian. Or maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know the difference between like a public university versus a private necessarily. Nowadays, we're doing more online classes because of, Big C, but I guess I just went to a regular college. Like I just went to Algonquin, so I guess I don't know if it was a community college. I guess we'll go with nothing wrong with that. And that's all. For yourself, you wanted to work on self-improvement on your own. Take some time to just relax. Work on self-improvement on your own. Take some time to relax. Guess work on my own and take some time to relax. That's all. And for that, you wanted to, a lot of options. Stay local, go to state, go abroad, travel around. I've always liked the idea of traveling, and I've done just like a teeny bit, but I always stayed around my family and my friends. It'd all be happening so soon. You already applied to schools and jobs. Okay, so I went ahead and applied for jobs. You've been open about your situation, everyone knew, and you'd only spoke about this with your family and those who were close to you, like Cove. You kept it. And Cove's the only person you knew. I kept it with like my family, my friends, and anyone I was dating. Like it didn't make a difference to me, but I tended to keep it to close people. Now you wonder what Cove had in mind. You heard him considering some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Making back home, you both stopped in the middle of the street. Cove sighed. Cove looked at the ground for a moment, his mouth trembling, trying to settle on the right words to say. So, you're planning on relaxing for a while and stuff when sunset burn? Yeah, you remembered. Cove closed his eyes and nodded while he composed his thoughts. He looked at you when he lifted his head. I decided on something, well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arm, and then his expression grew more serious. I'm not going to decide on the school or a career, not the summer. I'm gonna stay here, at least the Sunset Bird. I move out my dad's place. Keep working my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff and everything else.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall or next year, or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. I mean, that's kind of the route I took, so I'm not going to judge on that. I'm not going to crush myself trying to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do it. Bad thrilled and his tone was tense. It was clear how much exceptions were weighing on him. I guess it'll be me and you, right here for a while longer. His eyes were glossy. You were going to be separated, and that meant a very great deal to him. Plan sounds very you. You're not understandingly. You were glad the two of you would be in Sunset Bird together. Somehow, I'm not surprised things turned out like this. You were sure. Glad they're gonna be together. Elated, you smiled. Cove looked relieved that you were happy with this turn of events. I'll see you tomorrow, Jamie. I'm already looking forward to it. Night. Pulled you to an unexpected hug, knocked the breath out of you, yet couldn't have been a more reassuring feeling. Turned his embrace and stayed that way for as long as you could.
Good night.
I let you go, giving you another smile. Then Cove started walking away, but she remained there, frozen in the middle of the street. You watched him and wondered how many more times will he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow. You hoped for countless more times. Finally, you turned towards your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most out of every moment you had this summer. Ah, cool. Okay. So we do have some more. We did get the DLCs, but I guess maybe they're not out right now? No, so we can never finish. Oh, no. Okay, so... Alright, I'll do some research and see what's up with that. And... we'll move on to the next one. I guess we still have some more at least to go, so we'll go on to Hangout, and I'll do some research to see what's going on with these DLCs here. Why they're just kind of locked. But until next time, I'll see what I can find out. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking with me on this, if you have, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, and we'll see what happens next time.